Hello everyone, welcome back to Shulin Anubha Academy. I am Anubha, a corporate trainer. In the last session, we have seen what are the string classes in Java. So we have seen strings were providing the immutability and we were not able to change the values of the strings without creating the new objects or the new variables to hold those values, which was memory inefficient. Okay. So the solution was to get the string buffer class. Okay. If you want to append or you want to have any updations into the original string value, that you can do. Okay, but string buffer class comes with the thread safety. Okay, so along with the thread safety, it has applied certain synchronization algorithms, which was a kind of a performance overhead. Okay, so string buffer is not obsoleted, but yes, in case if you are requiring those thread safe operations, okay, so there we can use it, and it is providing the mutability also. But after this string buffer, we are having one more class, which is the string builder class, which is available in Java. It is providing the mutability, that means you can modify the data, and secondly it is also providing the like thread unsafe values. Okay, that means no synchronizations will be there, and it is the fastest class, okay, in terms of the performances if you are working over the strings. So guys, very importantly asked in the interviews also, what is the difference between string class, string buffer and the string builder classes? String class was providing the immutability. String buffer class is providing the mutability with the thread safe option, and string builder class is providing mutability without the thread safe option. So it is fastest. So guys, here in your string builder class, if you are trying to create a string builder with a new keyword, here every time the object is going to be created with a new keyword, so it is going to be stored in the heap. Never it is going to be saving the string literal into string pools. Okay, so here guys, if I have created the string builder object and I have initialized it with the value hello, okay, now I can append the same object with the new value. I can modify the value. That means now if you will be printing your SB, it will be giving me the modified string, that is hello world. Okay, so guys, there are three ways in which we can create the string builder object. First is by using the default constructor, where it will be creating an empty string builder. Empty string builder does not mean that it is null. If you try to find out the length of this string builder, you will be finding the length is 0. Okay, and the initial capacity by default is 16 characters, and it can grow dynamically, and every time when you will be having more number of characters, this capacity is going to double itself. Okay, second is to provide it with the initial string as a parameter of those constructors. Okay, let's say I have given Java here as a string literal. So guys, in this case, if you are trying to find out the length, you will be finding the length is 4 characters. But if you will be finding out the capacity, so capacity will be 16 plus the number of characters that has been allocated for Java, that is 4. So 20 will be the capacity now. Okay, and one more way of creating the string builder object is to specify the capacity. Okay, here it is being used mostly with the largest strings to avoid those frequent resizings. Okay, so here we can allocate the space for 50 characters itself. So guys, let's start with the string builder example and the various methods which are already available with the string builder class. Okay, the first one is we have created the string builder object SB, and I have initialized it with the value hello. Okay, now I'm trying to append this with world. So in this case guys, if I'm trying to print SB, it will be giving me the value as hello world. Okay, that means it is modifying the same object since it is mutable. Okay, now guys, if you want to insert certain string in between, okay, so what we can do, we can give the position, okay, and give the value what I want to insert. So in this case guys, your hello world was the output, so here you are going to see hello, and then after the 5th position you will be inserting a space and then Java, and the remaining will be as it is. Okay, now guys, in case if you want to replace certain characters or the strings in your original string, so that also you can do with the help of the replace method. Here you will be giving the starting and the ending index, and it will be replacing world with Java. So here you will be having hello Java. Okay, now if you want to delete, okay, let's say a part of the string, so here I have given the starting position and the ending index also till what I want to delete the characters, and I will be left with only hello in this case. Okay, in case if you want to reverse the string, we are having the reverse function. There it will be reversing each and every character one by one. So hello will be replaced to or reversed to OLLEH. Okay, now guys, this char at function is available with your string builder as well, where it will be giving you the character at the specific position. So here one I have written. So since we have already reversed the string, which is OLLEH, so character at the first position is L only. So it will be printing what? L. Okay, and here and in this variable S I am collecting that character, and here I am printing that character. Okay, again substring also you can get with your string builder class also. Here also you can have a starting index and it will be going till end, or you can have the starting and the ending index as well. Okay, so now guys, here it is printing your string what you are getting from the substring. Okay, so now guys, in case if I am like just printing the capacity of your string builder object, okay, so we were having hello inside, like in the reverse order of course. Okay, hello inside the string builder, so capacity was 16 plus 5. 5 is the number of characters you are having in hello, so that means total capacity would be 21. So if I'll run this code, you'll able to see that here 21 is printed. Here you have got the substring guys. Again hello world was there, now hello world was being replaced by Java, reversing. Then you are having the character at the first position, and the substring also is being printed here. Okay, now guys, it is showing me the capacity of 21, but let's say one way of giving the capacity is at the time of initializations when we are creating the objects of your string builder class. Another way is to use the ensure capacity method. Here I have ensuring the capacity of 50, and now if I am going to print the capacity, that would be 50 only. Okay, so that means like instead of having those frequent changes in the sizes, rather we can give the capacity for the longer string. So you can see the capacity 50 has been written here. So I hope everyone string builder is also clear to you, and in case of any doubts we can discuss those doubts as well. Please like, share and subscribe for more related videos. Thank you so much.